Well, hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Well, this one kind of snuck up on me, and maybe it's sneaking up on you too. We have a brand new Dior Backstage Eyeshadow Palette. This is the next in their neutrals, and this is their Coral Peachy Neutral Palette. This little palette is $49 and is, of course, limited edition. We have 8 shades and a primer. The eye primer is always there in the Dior Backstage Eyeshadow Palettes. And then we have a little bit of a mix of matte and shimmer shades. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to try it on to achieve this very coral look that you see in front of you right now. And we're going to take a look at it both inside in studio lighting and outside in the warm California sunshine. I do want to take a moment to give a huge thank you to Zipperty Doodah, or that is her secret agent name here on YouTube. She has a real name too, but we call her Zipperty Doodah, and she was kind enough to donate to my Super Thanks Fund. So thank you so much, you lovely, lovely person. Please know that if you do choose to donate via the Super Thanks button down below this video, I will not call you out if you do not give me permission. I do respect your privacy, and I do understand that. So many of you have done it, some of you very privately, and I'm very appreciative for everything you guys do for this channel, whether it's using those shopping links below or the Super Thanks. It all goes right back into the channel, and I am so grateful. All right, let's talk about this. I am a huge fan of Dior Backstage. A lot of people say they find the packaging a little bit chintzy. I don't. I really like the way they do it. It's just, they always attract me more than the, say, Dior Quince, which, you know, I get too. But, and sometimes I skip Dior releases. They're released all over the world at different times. And sometimes I feel like enough time has gone by before it comes to the US, blah, blah. But this one really attracted me, really because these Backstage palettes are all kind of neutrals. And I love the fact that we went with coral neutrals for this. It is, of course, limited edition. Let me show you what it looks like in the pan, and I'll show you one that I took earlier before I started really playing with it, because it does have the embossed Dior stamp that goes away really quickly the minute you're me and start swatching. Maybe it's my aggressive swatching, I don't know. But they are beautiful shades, and this time I slowed my roll, and I used the primer, which I'm really happy I did actually. I gotta start doing that more often. Let's take a look at every shade except the primer. That's just primer shade. But let's take a look at all the other shades here on my arm. First, in studio lighting, they're so pretty and bolder than I thought they would be, as you could tell. They really pack a punch. I think you can see with my eye look that I have going that it is definitely impactful. Let's step outside into the warm California sunshine. We have 2 new duck visitors here. I had some duck babies up on I think it was my Instagram stories the other day, some ducklings. We don't have any new ducklings from this couple, but hopefully soon, so take a look at them. And then the same swatches on my arm in the warm California sunshine. Very, very pretty stuff. One of my favorite Dior Backstage eyeshadow palettes yet. I'm thinking, to make sure that that statement is accurate, I actually think that it is. We are going to go now to a demo where I achieve this very peachy, very orange, very bright look that I'm actually really happy with. So stay right there. This should be really fun. I'm going to admit to you, I don't usually use the eye primer that comes in these Dior Backstage palettes, and I don't know anyone who really does. But in a bid to do as I say, not as I do, I will try to model it correctly and use the primer as it is intended. I really should use it. I have, and I like the way it looks very much. I just want to be honest. I don't usually take the time to use it. But it actually primes the surface very nicely. I am lazy and often use, I just often use concealer to prime my eyes, and really that's not the way to do it, okay? Again, in my big confession here. So I have brought out a ton of, 5 or 6 Sonia G brushes. Here is a sky brush, and I am going to start with this shade here. Now these shades do have names. The names aren't very clever. They're generally either the name of the shade, or I'm going to go in with the shade here, or the name of the texture of the shade. But I will still, since they are named, I will indeed put that onto the screen for you to see. And I will say, with all my jokes and honesty about how I don't use the primer, it is making a nice grippy surface for this. I'm kind of excited about coral here. This is one we haven't really seen in the Dior Backstage, so I'm kind of excited about it, and I'm overdoing it a little bit with the shade. I agree. Here is a Lotus brush because I kind of like the way that's playing with my skin tone, actually. Individual usage will vary, of course. Okay, let's see. Let's go in with this brush here. And no, actually, no. Okay, we're going to go reserving the right to change my mind. I want to try this shade right here. It's such a shame that that Dior embossing goes away so quickly. What a nice coral shade. And rather than using a Dior lipstick today, because all of my Diors are in pinks and reds, I went with, in anticipation, my new Pat McGrath orangey shade, which I love. I got so upset in that Pat McGrath video, you know. And then, of course, probably because the product wasn't as widely sought after, they mailed out my, I'm going to try that essence that she came out with, and of course they sent that out within like a day. It's not here yet, but no, it's not because I made that video. It's just because there wasn't enough demand. Okay, so I went under, and the question is now, does it look like I have a bad case of hay fever? Perhaps. Trust in the process. Let's brown it up a little bit. Same brush, just to get rid of the hay fever look. Watch, it'll go right now. Because you put it on so much under your eye. I know. I'm going to fix it. Don't worry. Have faith. Oh, ye of little faith. Just trust the process here. It's very editorial looking so far. Okay. And I do want to get some of, I kind of like it though. It's intense, you know? Okay, I want to get some of these kind of shimmery shades on here. This one is really our highlight shade. It's labeled as such. And I just want to take that across, and I want to put that into the corner of the eye too. This is a really kind of an intense little palette, and I kind of like it, really. Okay, go into the corner here. I just grabbed any old brush, you guys. It's not a brush meant for that, but it works. And then I can kind of take it, because it's a clean brush with just a little bit of highlighter on it. I'm kind of into it. What I need to do, you guys, is I need to get a ton of mascara on. And I need to kind of up the blush game a little bit. And let's see what we come up with. I upped the blush game, and here's our final look. I'll tell you what I did. On top of the very gentle, subtle peach Pat McGrath, I put a pop of this new Huda cream blush, and I added that to my cheeks too. Kind of the more the merrier, just to balance out that kind of peachiness, take away from anything that might feel like an allergy chic. Allergy chic is my everyday look anyway, but you know what I'm saying. And I really like it. I think it's a little editorial and different. To me, this is a deceptive little guy. You hear what it's going to be in kind of this neutrals and peachy shades and coral shades, and it feels like it's going to be so, you know, innocuous. And I don't think that's what I would call it. I think it's a little bit dangerous in a peachy way, in a neutral way. So I'm really enjoying it. I like that it's leaning orange and a little bit more powerful than I'd expected it to be. But I'm not mad at that at all. Let me tell me what you think of everything. Is this allergy chic? And what do you think of that? Would this work for you? I can see some people really shying away from these kind of shades. So let me know what your thoughts are, princesses. I always want to know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. And if you haven't already done so, come on, you got to subscribe to the channel. It helps me get my word out, and I very much appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.